Hi everyone. In this session, we are going to learn about Java features. And those features we are going to learn as buzzwords. Java features have been discussed through the buzzwords here. So they are also called as a Java buzzwords. So Java buzzwords are the words which will be describing about the specialities or the unique features available in Java. And this buzzword is a special word. A buzzword means a special word. A special word means the meaning of it, what is the exact meaning of it, will be known to the Java people. So that is what a buzzword. So buzzword in the sense, I'll tell you one thing, okay? Before the internet, when the internet was spreading in this world, right? So that time I was a student in a college and I'm doing my 12th standard. And that time, Yahoo rooms are very popular and people are using Yahoo rooms. And me and my friend, both of us had a curiosity about chatting with a foreigner. And that's why we went to an internet center and there we have got seats to sit and chat with someone else. And that was the first time we are trying to chat with some unknown person. And we entered a room and then we just typed something like hi in the Yahoo room. In the Yahoo chat box, we have typed a hi. Then immediately we thought the other person will type something hello or hi, just like that. But out of our surprise, they typed something like this ALS, PLS. And by looking at this two words, two terms, we were utterly confused and we don't know what to reply and we did not understand what it means. So when we type in the chat box, hi, this is the reply we got. Then we asked that, so what do you mean by that? What do you mean? Then the other person replied that this is the first time you entered this chat room. Then we are a little surprised, like how that person knows that we are for the first time we entered into this Yahoo chat rooms. Then why? Because he understood that we don't know what is the meaning of ALS, PLS. Okay, so but it is a really silly thing now to say. It is a little shy. So ALS in the sense the other person is asking our age, location, and sex or gender. And PLS in the sense, please. This is what the person who is in the chat room, he wanted to know. So then only he want to continue, he or she want to continue the chatting with us. But we don't know. By looking at this ALS and PLS, we are confused like what it means. So it is a buzzword. Buzzword is such a word. Buzzword is a word which has a different meaning. So same way, Java also has some meanings here. Java also has some buzzwords. Sorry. Java having buzzwords. So what are the buzzwords Java has? And they will be giving the important information about a Java language. So that's why they are important to learn. Okay. So Java buzzwords, these are the words and they describe or and they describe or tell us the important features or characteristics, the unique features of the Java language. So these are the words that describe the unique or unique features or characteristics of Java language. Unique and unique features of Java language. And these features we don't find in any other programming language, like the previous programming languages in Java. In those we don't find them. Okay. So what are those buzzwords? Simple, object oriented, platform independent, portable, statically typed, multi-threaded, robust, secure, secured, distributed, well performed. So these are the Java buzzwords, and they describe the unique features of the Java language. So that's why they are important. And most of the Java programmers must be aware of these specialities or unique features of Java language. So that's why we are discussing the Java buzzwords here. Okay. The first one is a simple. Okay. Let us try to discuss each and every buzzword uh, in detail so that we can easily understand about the nature of Java language or the uniqueness of the Java language that we can learn and understand. All right. So now the first buzzword of Java language is, the first one is simple. So Java is a simple language. Why? Why Java is simple language? Why? Because the confusing and complicated topics which are there in the other languages, like in C or C++, the concepts like pointers and memory deallocation, uh, multiple inheritance. So there are some complicated topics or confusing topics to the programmers. Those confusing topics are completely removed from Java. So that's why Java is simple now. Java is simple because Java is simple to learn and use, because the complicated topics like pointers and memory deallocation and multiple inheritance, etc. So these are the topics which are, some people feel like they are confusing and a little complex. So these complicated topics are removed in Java. So that made Java simple. And not only that, if you are already aware of C language, Java also follows the same syntax and structure. So that means the control flow statements like for loop, while loop, if else. So these all are, it is also following from C language only. So that's why it is simple to learn and use. So that is the reason you can learn Java easily. And because all the complicated topics have been removed from Java. So that's why Java is simple. And the second buzzword is object oriented. So Java is an object oriented programming language. Java is an object oriented programming language. So Java is an object oriented programming language. Why? Why? Because it follows object-oriented programming concepts. It implements object-oriented programming concepts so that there are some benefits for the programming language. So Java is an object-oriented programming language as it follows OOP concepts, object-oriented programming concepts. So there are benefits like, what are the benefits because of that? Code reusability and code flexibility, means you can update the code easily, and code security. So these are the benefits we have because of the object-oriented programming concepts. So Java follows these concepts. That's why Java has these benefits like code reusability and code flexibility and code security. Because in the IT world, there is always the code should be updatable and it has to be reused. Whenever there is a change, means the code will be always updated with the new features. So that is the mandatory. So that's why the existing code has to be reused. And a code flexibility, that means what? Code has to be changed sometimes according to the demands or according to the IT demands or requirements. It should be flexible to update. That is what? Flexible to change, that means. And a code security, because it has to maintain the security for the data of the object or the customer who is creating the application. So these three things are possible because of the OOP concepts. So that's why Java is an object-oriented programming language. All right. And the third buzzword is platform independent. So platform independent means a Java program can be able to run on any machine. Java program can be able to run on any machine. Suppose if you have written a Java program that is capable to run on any machine. Java program is capable to be run on any machine in the world. So that's why Java program is called as a Java programming language is called as a platform independent programming language. And this is one of the more important feature of Java. That's why Java is best suitable for developing the web applications. Because in the web, there are different types of devices, many machines will be there. And a single program should be able to run on any machine. So that is possible because of the Java and its nature. So Java program is capable to run on any machine in the world. And Java motto, Java motto is write once, run anywhere. Write once and run anywhere. So Java program is capable to run on any machine because of the bytecode and the JVM. So that's why Java became platform independent programming language. C and C++ are not platform independent languages. They are platform dependent languages. I have discussed this topic clearly in previous session. All right. So this is a one more important buzzword of the Java. All right. So let us try to move to the next buzzword. So portable. What is meant by portable? Portable in the sense, Java bytecode can be taken from one machine to any other machine. So basically, Java bytecode can be taken from one machine to any other machine. So Java is portable. Okay, how? For example, there is a Windows machine, okay? You can assume like there is a Windows machine is there, and there is a Linux machine is there, and there is a Apple machine is also there. You can assume like, so this is a Windows, and this is a Linux, and this is a Apple. Apple computer means MacBook. So now suppose you have written a Java program here. Let us say you have written a Java program, and that program is hello.java. Suppose you have written. All right. Now this is given to the compiler. A Java compiler will be taking this program and produces the bytecode and produces a file and which is called as hello.class file, which contains the bytecode. A file name is hello.class file. So when the Java code is compiled, it will produce a .class file, and it contains the bytecode. It contains which code? Bytecode. Bytecode. And this bytecode is given to the JVM for execution. It is given to the JVM, Java Virtual Machine, and that will produce the output. Now, if you want to run this Java program on any other machine, you can take this bytecode directly into Linux machine, and here you can have the same hello.class file. Same hello.class file. This is a hello.class file, which is having the bytecode, and in the Linux machine there will be a JVM, and then that can run and produce the output. So same way, the same bytecode also can be taken onto the MacBook, and there also it can run by the help of the JVM hello.class file, and which is contain the bytecode, and then that is given to JVM, and then which we can run and produces the output. So this is how we are taking the Java bytecode from one machine to another machine, And because of the bytecode only, Java became platform independent. Because of the bytecode and JVM, Java became platform independent language. All right. So this Java bytecode is can be taken from one to another machine. That's why Java became portable language. All right. So that is about portable means. How Java is portable means its bytecode can be taken from one machine to another machine. All right. Now let us try to discuss about one more buzzword. The fifth one, that is statically typed. What it means? Statically typed means, it means it is about the data type. So the type of data, generally we use the variables for storing the data. Java is so strict in type checking. Java is so strict in type checking. That means, what it means? For example, you have created a variable like int is equal to 20. All right. Now in that you can store only integer value. So here age is a variable. And in this variable, you can store only the integer data. And this integer data you are storing in the variable age. Okay. But if you try to store like something like this, a is equal to, suppose you may want to store like a. Okay. Can it possible to store a here? No, it is not possible to store like this. So Java doesn't allow that. That means Java is so strict in type checking. So this is a character data. A is a character data. So character data means it is also a number. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll take here one more example. Okay, suppose you are trying to store here into the age is equal to, suppose you are storing like this, and okay, you are storing like this 20. Okay, let us assume. So now this age is equal to 20. So this cannot be stored into this location because this variable type is int. You cannot store into this data because its type is already declared here. Okay. So Java is so strict in type checking. So you are not allowed to store different types of data in one type of variable. Okay. For example, here there is a double variable is there. Okay. There is a double variable, and there is a double variable, double salary equal to, okay. So like this you are trying to store. Okay. So here you are storing a double variable, the 20,002.020 you are storing. Okay. So that means salary is a variable of type double. And in this, you cannot store another type of data. For example, here, you are trying to store into salary, something like this, salary equal to A. It will not accept. It will not accept because it is a character data. So character data you cannot store in double type of variable here. So likewise, one type of data you cannot store in another variable, another type of variable, because Java is so strict in type checking. But it is possible in some other languages like JavaScript. So JavaScript is a scripting language where it is possible. You can store one type of data in another variable. For example, where is equal to 20 or like this. And then you can store something like this also easily, 20. It is accepted here, but it is not accepted here. Where in Java, it is not accepted. But in other languages, yes, it is accepted. That means in one type of variable, you can store only one type of data only you can store. Different types of data cannot be stored in one type of variable. So that is absolutely not possible in Java. That's why in Java, the buzzword says that Java is a statically typed language. That means Java is statically typed. Static means fixed. Statically means fixed type. Type is fixed. So once you declared one type of variable, in that you can store only that type of data you can store. You cannot store another type of data into that variable. So that's why it is statically typed. All right. So that is about statically typed. And next we'll look into one more buzzword. So that is the sixth one, multi-threaded. Multi-threaded. So what is multi-threaded means? Java programs are capable to do multiple tasks simultaneously. Java programs are capable to do different tasks at a time. At a time in the sense simultaneously. Different tasks simultaneously. That means in a single point of time, you can perform two tasks. That is not possible in C language and C++. So, but in Java, it is possible. For example, if you take in C language, okay, suppose, sorry. So I'm talking about here, multi-threaded. What is multi-threaded means? Java is a multi-threaded programming language. What it means? It means Java programs are capable to do different tasks simultaneously. So simultaneously means at a time they are capable to do different tasks. So that is not possible by C or C++ programming languages, but it is possible by Java language. Okay. So for example, here I'm taking just like simply I'm taking an example. For example, in C language, we'll write a code like this, void main. Okay. And there is something called task 1. Okay. And a task 2. Okay. So like this, the main function is there. Okay. And you can also assume like there is a one more function called task 1. And one more function called task 2. So these are the two different functions. Okay. And they are called from main function. So in C language, I am talking about C language currently. So in C language, whenever you write like this, the execution begins at main. The execution begins at main method. The execution begins at main method. And then it comes here slowly, and line by line it will execute. And then it will go to this task1 function, and then it will try to execute the code inside the task1. And until then, the task2 is executed? No. Until this task1 function execution is completed, the task2 function will not be executed. So it has to wait until task1 is completed. And once it is completed, the control comes back to main function. And again, it will call the task2. And then it will be executing. And then again, it will go back to main function. Finally, it ends here. So this is how, this is called single threaded execution. Single threaded execution means one control is executing all the functions. But Java is not like that. In Java, it is possible to run the different tasks simultaneously. Okay. How? That I want to discuss. Okay. Fine. Suppose now I am talking about Java. Okay. Now I am talking about Java here. So in Java, suppose the execution begins at main only, and then it will execute here. And whenever it comes to task1, one control executing task1, there will be another control which is executing task2. Now task1 is executing and task2 also executing. Both are executing. That is what simultaneously means. So doing different tasks means executing different tasks simultaneously. That is possible by the multi-threaded nature. So multi-threaded means having multiple controls and capable to run different tasks. So doing different tasks simultaneously. So this is one of the important feature of Java language. All right. So now let us move to the another buzzword here. Okay. Let us move to the another buzzword. Robust. Robust means what? Robust means strongest. Robust means strongest. That means Java is strongest. Java is robust programming language. That means Java is the strongest programming language. How Java is the strongest programming language? Why? Why? Because a Java program will not crash so easily. Suppose a Java program won't crash easily. Why program crash? When there are errors in the program at the time of execution, if there is an error, then it will crash or it will suspend the execution abnormally. It will terminate the execution abnormally. Okay, but that will not happen so easily. Why? Because Java has an exception handling mechanism. Java program won't crash easily since it has a great exception, means error or error handling mechanism. So because of that, Java programs will not crash. Even there is an error in the code, it will be handled in such a way the program will not crash. For example, here you have a code like this, okay, void main. So you have a code like this. Now here you have your program, okay, void main int a, comma, int a equal to 10, comma b equal to 0. Now int c equal to a by b. So now here printf, you're trying to do this, okay. Suppose this is a C language. Generally in the C language, we do like this, okay. Whenever the execution begins at main, and whenever it comes to this line, okay, the program will be stopped and the execution will be suspended here itself. So execution is terminated. So what? So what means here you are dividing by 0. This will lead to an error, okay, a logical error, arithmetic error. So something by 0 is an infinity, that is an error. So that's why it leads to an error. So the program won't execute. That means the next statements after this line won't get executed. So program is terminated, execution is terminated abnormally. Suppose if this is Java, Java will not do like that. Java will handle this execution error. Java will handle this error by the help of the exception handling mechanism. And then when there is an error, it will handle it. And then the execution flow continues. And then program execution terminated normally. Okay. So that's why Java is a robust programming language. Why? Because Java programs will not crash easily if there is an error. In case of there is a logical error, Java program doesn't terminate. So that's why Java is a robust programming language. How it does that? Because it has a exception handling mechanism. So because of that, it handles the errors effectively. All right. So what is the error here? If you think like that, so A by B, 10 by 0, it will lead to error because 10 cannot be divided by 0, which leads to infinity, that leads to an error. All right. So now let us try to understand one more buzzword here, okay? So now we have to discuss about one more buzzword, that is secured. So Java is the most secured language in the world. Java is most secured language, programming language, of course, in the world. Why? Why? Because Java programs the viruses or zombies cannot enter into Java code easily. Why? Because Java has something called bytecode. So whenever you compile a Java code, it will produce the bytecode. Okay. So Java security comes from the bytecode. It's bytecode. So whenever you compile Java code, that will be producing a dotless file which contains the bytecode. And this bytecode is verified every time. So JVM, while executing, while to run the program, it has to run the bytecode, right? So we discussed previously that Java bytecode can be taken onto any machine for execution. So for that, for execution, it will be given to the JVM. Okay. So I'll write here, okay? For example, here you are writing a Java program, hello.java, and that is compiled by the compiler. And then it produces the hello.class file that contains the bytecode. This contains the bytecode actually, this file. And now this file is given to the JVM. That file is given to JVM. And that has a special component. This JVM has so many components inside, and one component is bytecode verifier. Bytecode verifier. So this bytecode verifier will verify the bytecode in this hello.class file. And if it finds any harmful code or any other code other than bytecode, this will not allow the execution to happen. It will suspend the execution. That means the application will not get any effect. So that is how the security for Java comes from the bytecode and the JVM, of course. The JVM having a component called bytecode verifier, which verifies the bytecode. And if it finds any harmful code in the bytecode, it will suspend the execution. Otherwise, if everything is fine, then the code is executed and you will get the output. So this is how Java is so secured programming language. All right. And one more buzzword we are going to discuss here. So what is that? So one more buzzword is distributed. Distributed in the sense what? A Java program, a Java application can be distributed over different environments. So distributed application is an application that can be distributed over different environments. I can give you an example for this. Okay. For example, when the cricket matches are going on, the international cricket matches are going on, ICC means, you people know, I think, International Cricket Association. So they will provide the details about a match. Suppose there is a match going on, okay? Let us assume there is a cricket match going on between India versus Pakistan, suppose. So then what happens? When the match is going on, that live match details are uh, are kept in one server called ICC server. You can assume like a place called ICC server. And you know that you will be getting the live match details like scoreboard, score details, everything you will be getting from different places, right? From television you will get, and from website you will get like Cricinfo, CricBuzz. So many are there, right? Suppose the TV, live TV, you will be getting a scorecard, and Cricinfo, you'll be getting, and CricBuzz or Starbuzz. So like that, so many websites are there. From there also you will be getting the score details. How these websites, Cricinfo, Starbuzz, and the television, how they are getting the details? They are contacting the ICC server, and they are also applications. They are contacting the ICC servers. Then the details are sent to the TV and the websites. So like that, these match details which are available in the ICC, the server, they are distributed to different environments, even in the mobile also, you can see, right? So this is how a Java application. So the ICC server is having a match application. You can think like a match application. That application can be distributed over different locations or different environments. So this is nothing but the distributed application. So such a type of applications can be developed using Java. All right. Now let us discuss about the last buzzword, that is well performed. So Java is a well-performing language. Java is a well-performing language. What is well-performed means? Well-performed means about the speed and the execution. So that is what well-performing means. So Java has been updated frequently, almost every year, with new features, and that speeds up the execution of the applications, Java applications. So initially there are in Java, right? There are some features like java.awt, so which is used to develop the GUI apps, but that is a heavyweight. So that's why what they introduced, JavaX.Swing they introduced. They also used it for developing GUI apps, and they also introduced Java FX also. All right, and not only that, there is something called string, and to overcome the disadvantages of the limitations of the string, they introduced string buffer. And on top of it, they also introduced one more class called string builder. So that means they are always updating Java programming language to improve the speed and to improve the execution of the applications. And they added the executor framework. So they also added the executor framework for improving multi-threaded apps execution. Like this, Java has been updating always, and it also introducing with every version new features have been introduced in Java. So for the collections framework, to process the collections, they introduced something called stream APIs. So likewise, Java has been always improving by adding new features, so which will be helping the developers to get the speed of the current trends and demands in the IT world. So this is how the total 10 Java buzzwords will give us the important and unique features of Java, and which you will not find in the most of the programming languages uh, in the IT world. All right. So I'll just give the summary of Java. So Java is a simple object-oriented platform independent, portable, statically typed, multi-threaded, robust, secured, distributed, and well performed programming language. So this is about the Java buzzwords. All right. So in the next session, we'll discuss one more important topic of Java language. Until then, thank you. Bye.